Go ahead, call this meeting to order.
Appreciate folks being with us today. We are fortunate to have representatives from the Mid-Ohio Regional Planning Commission with us today. We're going to hear an update from some things they're working on. Good morning.
Good morning.
Introduce yourself. Tell us what's up. Hold on.
Good morning. Thank you, commissioners. My name is Liz Webb. I'm a principal planner at the Mid-Ohio Regional Planning Commission, or MORPC.
Hello, everybody. My name is Hannah Ruskin. I'm an associate planner at MORPC.
And we are here today to provide an update on our 2026 to 2030 regional mobility plan. And, oh, great, we have slides as well. So will lead us through a brief presentation today. So the Regional Mobility Plan is a coordinated human service transportation plan. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. So this is a coordinated human service transportation plan. It's required by the Ohio Department of Transportation and the Federal Transit Administration for our region to receive Section 5310 funding. These are funds that directly support enhanced mobility and transportation services for older adults and individuals with disabilities. So with that in mind, this plan really focuses on how to improve mobility and transportation needs for older adults, individuals with disabilities, and families with lower incomes. So this plan, we previously worked on it. It was dated from 2021 to 2026. We've done annual updates to this plan, working closely with mobility managers across the region, especially Jeff Schmelzer, the Fairfield County Mobility Manager. But we are now coordinating an entire rewrite of the plan to look ahead for the next 4 to 5 years for what our region needs for transportation services. So we are in a human service transportation coordination region, Region 6. It's designated by ODOT. It's a 9-county region consisting of Delaware, Fairfield, Fayette, Franklin, Licking, Logan, Madison, Pickaway, and Union counties. MORPC serves as the regional coordinator for Region 6, and then we work with each county level mobility manager to help coordinate both local and regional goals that serve the populations of older adults and individuals with disabilities. And just a brief recap, too, of what mobility management is. Mobility managers are funded by ODOT across the state to help connect residents to transportation options, help to build community awareness for transportation options, and find improvements, coordinate with regional partners to make the transportation and mobility space better for all residents. So before I share the regional goals that are included in this plan, we got here today by doing about a 10-month planning process of workshops, survey collection, and different goal setting exercises. So we went to the Fairfield County Transportation Advisory Committee that's led by Jeff, the mobility manager, consists of transportation providers, including the link, but also private and nonprofit transportation providers and social service agencies to help figure out what is needed for Fairfield County and for the entire central Ohio region to help get residents where they need to go. We coupled all of these workshops with data that we collected through MORPC's annual Leaders Listen survey. We release this survey every fall and ask about community transportation concerns. So through all these workshops and data collection, our new regional goals for the plan include maintaining and improving level of service, really focusing on making sure that each county involved in the plan maintains what they have today, but also finds opportunities to improve transportation service, which MORPC will support by looking for new funding strategies, applying for grants as a region, and also coordinating a quarterly working group that meets to discuss, challenges, successes, and find solutions, especially for a lot of challenges regarding out-of-county trips, where it's very hard for one transportation agency to get residents across county, though we know residents really don't live within their one county. People are traveling all over for medical appointments, social outings, things like that. Our second regional goal is to encourage stakeholder and public support for transit. So we'll be coordinating initiatives to build strong stakeholder support, really looking at workforce transportation as a need. So trying to work with employers across counties to discuss what do they need, how can transit providers find a solution to get people to work, and then also educating stakeholders involved in policy, funding, and planning decisions on transit needs. And finally, as a region, we want to improve awareness of transportation options, focusing on a tool called GoHio Mobility. This is an online platform that MORPC, mobility managers, and other partners across the state contribute to, where a resident can insert where they live, where they need to go, and find transportation options for them. So we want to increase the usage of this tool, improve it as a region, and develop regional programming and best practices so that we can share it with partners across the state who are using GoHio Mobility. So those are our regional goals. And I also want to share what Jeff and all of the social service agencies and transportation providers have established as local goals that are a priority for the next 4 to 5 years here in Fairfield County. So first is to increase awareness of countywide transportation programs, services, and information. There are quite a few strategies that the group will take on to accomplish this goal, and really using that transportation advisory committee and Jeff as the mobility manager to help achieve all of these different marketing and outreach and service improvement goals. Goal 2 is to plan the coordination and expansion of transportation services, understanding that Fairfield County residents have a lot of options here, but wanting to improve what's out there, especially, one strategy I want to call out, strategy 2.5, working with CODA as well, knowing that there are a lot of cross-county trips into Franklin County and trying to make it more seamless for residents to use CODA services to get to medical appointments and opportunities in Franklin County. Goal 3 is to better utilize existing funding and seek new funding sources. So this will be accomplished, in tandem with the regional goal of looking for new grant and funding opportunities to improve transportation and mobility services. Goal 4, really focusing on workforce transportation, understanding that's a great need for both workers and employers alike. So looking at new partnerships and new coordination with major employers, getting people where they need to go, no matter the shift time, and trying to figure out what are our solutions there. And okay, that concludes the goals for Fairfield County. So those will be both the local and regional goals that we are presenting in this plan. So before I close out, just in conclusion, this has been a very collaborative process over the last 10 months or so, in which MORPC has worked with stakeholders here and across the region to develop these goals and action plans. We completed our draft regional mobility plan in late April. We held a public comment period throughout May, received a lot of support from residents about our plan, also hearing a lot of need to improve cross-county trip services and really work on accomplishing these goals. We submitted the plan to ODOT for review, and they provided concurrence on what we presented to you today and submitted for your review. So with that, we are seeking your adoption and approval of the 2026 to 2030 Regional Mobility Plan on behalf of Fairfield County. Thank you very much for your time. Hannah and I are here if you have any questions or comments.
Appreciate your update. Thank you for that. What is the format or methodology by which we would enforce the plan? Is that a resolution that we would have at a coming meeting or something?
Yes, a resolution. And we have one that we have created, and we can work on getting that in front of you for your approval.
Thank you. I'll see if my colleague Commissioner Fix has any questions or comments.
Yeah, thank you for your work. Thank you, Jeff, for your work. As you were creating this plan, did you involve our transit group and all the work that they're doing?
Yes, absolutely. They were very involved with both smaller providers like Meals on Wheels, 211, but also Aaron and all the folks at Fairfield County Transit. They were very involved in this plan.
Thank you.
Commissioner Levesey.
So it, the older I get, the more I appreciate that mobility issues are being addressed. I never thought I'd get to a point where that would be a concern. I'll ask this question, and I think your goal is to get people from point A to point B, obviously. But to drill down into that just a little bit, one of the issues I've witnessed has been handicap parking. And I think in many cases, it's being abused. And consequently, there are those who desperately need that it's not available. And do you ever get involved in that?
Morpsey doesn't necessarily get involved in local handicap parking, but that is a need that I haven't heard, and I think it's really important to bring up, so I appreciate that. I think, though, it does play into like what we call first last mile connections. How do you get to transportation, or how, even if you're not using the transit service, how can your daily travels be easier, whether you're driving, walking, rolling, et cetera. I think that's a great point, and I think that'd be something we could collaborate with Jeff and partners on, just in looking at Fairfield County specifically, and maybe as a region, bringing this to our other transportation groups, and seeing how maybe we could do some more education or policy work to help ensure that handicap parking is accessible and available and not being abused.
And it's a benefit by B&B, obviously, but again, when we look at this, it just seems like it makes sense.
Absolutely. Yeah, I appreciate you bringing that up. That's something we can keep working on.
County Administrator Cordell.
I just want to thank Morpsey as well as Jeff. Appreciate you, even sending to Aaron and Rick Zabrak to hammer through some of these things. So appreciate all the time that you've done. And Aaron, thank you too. It definitely does take a collaborative approach to make sure we're encompassing all the different aspects and being efficient with it. So thank you all.
Thanks for being here, Dennis.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate your time.
At this time, the commission sets aside an opportunity for voters or taxpayers to address the commission. If you'd like to do so, please approach the podium and begin with your name and residential address. We do have a 3-minute rule, which we will enforce today. Under those terms and conditions, is anyone who would like to address the commission at this time?
All right.
Morning. I managed to make it out again this morning, so as long as I can do that, it's a good day. I look around the room, and again, today I'm amazed at the number of people that are here. Then I started counting a little bit. It was 40 years ago today that I retired from Fairfield Union. What reminded me of that is one of my former students is sitting here. And he was in my daughter's class, so I know how old he is. So it makes me feel a little bit older too. But it's good to see people involved. He was president of our FFA when we were at Fairfield Union. And so he had some experience, but I don't think he planned to be coming before the commission at that time. So with that thought, I want to go to the Lord in prayer because we need his help. Lord, as we come before you this morning, we thank you for the privilege we have of representing you in prayer and pray for this group of people that are in this room, that they use the resources that you give them, Lord, to serve the people of this county. And of course, they reach others too. And we pray, Lord, that they will look to you for that guidance they need in their daily lives, in their homes, with their families and their friends. Lord, help them to represent you in all phases of their life. And we pray, Lord, that we be Christ-like in our actions and what we do. And we pray this in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Under those same terms and conditions, does anyone else would like to address the commission at this time? Bobby?
Morning, folks. Ray Stemen, I guess we'd like us to.
Name and address for the record, please.
W. Slater, second. Revenue, 13845, Lancaster, North Road, northeast of Walnut Township. I was representing myself this morning. And the local landowners. Anyway, I received a call this morning for a text from the county agency. I want to know if I can meet tomorrow. Do a couple things about this data center site that's being built. In my three sisters have been taking hospice care of them. I'm scheduled to be by her side. I can't leave the room for 5 minutes. She wants to know where her kids are. Motivated to come down here this morning. I've observed not on my farm, but on the neighbor's farm, water being backed up. In my assessment, and onto the data site has silk fence protection been armored with rock and fencing, wire type wire fencing, and actually flows off of this neighbor's farm onto the data center site. The water had been ponded on the data center site, it's backing up on the neighbor. And I got a farming neighbor that would not have, they would not have gotten away with that for this long. I observed it for 2 weeks. I was invited to maybe go inspect that with permission of private property, and I was not able to oblige the county office, the county agency, with assisted visit. I know further west in that location, I have a critical water issue that water has to flow through the edge of the data center site, which will apparently be the footprint for this power plant. And Ohio Power Siting Board, they throw everything that we do as a county, as requirements for village, or whoever's helping the village represent themselves. Ohio Power Siting Board may thumb their nose at all of that. I want my commissioner, before my 3 minutes is up, to consider if county ditch status isn't appropriate for this particular area. I know that's time consuming, but there has to be some type of maintenance provided for it. And if the county government is going to wash their hands taking care of that water issue, it needs to have access to be maintained. If you guys have a better suggestion than a county ditch status, I'm willing to hear it. I want it to be considered. I know you guys established a county ditch for the Ballard's Lane issue several years ago. I don't know if all three of you were seated at that time, but I think commissioners, initiated that process. Whether it costs $500 or $1,500 to start, I don't know. I haven't chosen to represent myself as an attorney. I don't like legal fees. You guys with the solar projects that you didn't like to have to spend legal fees, we get. But I'm here with a shovel and trying to take care of myself. Still physically.
Please conclude your remarks.
All right. If you would, if you have a better suggestion than county ditch, I'd be willing to hear. Don't turn your back on that tool in the toolbox. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Under those same terms and conditions, does anyone else would like to address the commission at this time? Oh, here comes Happy.
Good morning. Stephanie Taylor, Habitat for Humanity, Southeast Ohio. I also represent our Lancaster Rotary Club as the current president for a couple more weeks before awning takes over here soon. And a couple weeks ago, last Monday, we had Commissioner Levesey come and speak about the Fairfield County Veterans Hall of Fame. and you did an amazing job. So I just want to say that I learned so much more about that organization, and it was really great to see all of those in our county that were honored and represented. And as we look to 250 years of freedom here, we're so grateful for everybody that's given their service to help us maintain that. So I just want to say thank you on behalf of our Rotary Club for that. And as Habitat, we are working on house number 7 here in Fairfield County, is getting ready to start on East Locust, near the rec center. And we're going to have several people come together to get it under roof and dried in one day. And then we're going to need anybody and everybody's help to finish that up, so we can get a family in that. And then we'll have 3 more houses coming in the next 7 to 12 months. So in this somewhat year from now till this time next year, we'll have 4 more houses in this county. So we just appreciate everybody's help on that, and can't do it with all of our community partners. So I just want to say thank you.
We appreciate you. Thank you, Steph. Is there anyone else who'd like to address the commission at this time? Thank you all for coming. We appreciate it when we get to have a number of folks at our meetings and the contributions they make. We sincerely appreciate that. Go through calendar review, please.
Thank you. The Workforce Center will hold their phlebotomy graduation on Thursday, June 25th at 3:30 p.m. CFLP has 2 meetings this Friday, June 26th. The Board of Directors meeting at 9 a.m. and the Policy Committee meeting at 10 a.m. Both meetings will be at the Don Hill County Administration Building in Newark. The following invitations were received. Ohio University Lancaster will celebrate its 70th anniversary on September 26th at 11 a.m. And the CCAO Summer Symposium will be August 30th, September 1st in Hamilton County. The commissioners received the following correspondence: a memo from the Office of the Ohio Public Defender dated June 17th regarding the Indigent Defense Cost Project Report, and a thank you from Legal Aid of Southeast and Central Ohio. That's all I have.
Thank you, Rochelle. County administration update.
Thank you, Commissioner, for going a little bit out of order there. I see a longtime county employee and friend here today with us, Charlie Barker. Charlie, I had to look up to see when you started. Shortly after I became the county HR director, Charlie and his brother, Rodney, were 2 of my favorite hires. Charlie is retiring now and gonna go have some fun. But Charlie, your years of service and dedication here to our facilities team has been amazing, and thank you. Appreciate that. I think you had just experienced the shutting down of the RCA factory. Is that correct? When you came here and had quite a change to your career, but we appreciate having you. I don't know if you want to say a few words or anything. He's gone. One of the hardest workers and
When's his
wittiest people you'll meet.
actual retirement date?
So he'll work Thursday will be his last day. Part-time status at this point. But yeah, a lot of institutional knowledge about our facilities. He's been around for 20 plus years, so sad to see him go.
Yeah, his brother Rodney, who you might remember, was also part of the facilities team. They had experienced, they had already had a long career at RCA when that facility closed, and it really devastated that community. And they looked to us, and we had openings, and we certainly were fortunate to be beneficiaries of their knowledge and experience. All right, meeting dates. So we will meet June 30th, next Tuesday at the regular time, but July 7th and July 14th, there will not be a commissioners meeting. There is still 53 review and regular and special meetings scheduled for 2026. And with that in mind, trying to make sure that we keep everything going smoothly and operationally within the county. If there is desire among all of you to provide a resolution next week for your consideration to delegate approval authority to the county administrator or their designee for weeks when there isn't a commission meeting. And that would get with the county prosecutor's office to work on the specific language for that. And would also, that would not be including any approvals that would be related to the county administrator or their designee, but would be an option for you all to employ during those times.
On that issue, I'll certainly give my colleagues an opportunity to comment on this, but I support the resolution as necessary. And I would just also remind folks that it's not hard to get two of us together for a special meeting if anything were to rise out of the ordinary. Any additional questions or comments on that issue, my colleagues?
No, I'm good.
Okay, all right, thank you. I just also wanted to update about the Baltimore contract for housing prisoners in the county jail. Amy Brown Thompson has been in contact with the village solicitor, Jeff Faco. We provided them with a contract that was reviewed by the sheriff that would be allowing for them to house prisoners there at our current rate. There was some confusion on their part. There was a previous contract that had expired in 1999 that was no longer in effect, but they were relying on that. So very happy to work with them and get that in place if that is something that they do desire. So that draft agreement is with them for consideration right now. Review packet does contain a list of administrative approvals, and there are 11 resolutions on the agenda for the regular voting meeting. The engineer's office has a resolution to approve a lease agreement with the city of Lancaster for their use of a chip spreader, Centennial distributor, which is an asphalt sprayer, and a rubber tire roller. You want to talk about that lease agreement, Jeremiah?
So that's all for chip seal, and we have one set of our own equipment, and we usually trade back and forth, lease back and forth with Lancaster. If they need stuff from us, they'll lease it. If we need stuff from them, we'll lease it. But this allows us to run two different crews and just makes us more efficient.
Okay, great. Did that answer your questions, Commissioner Levesey?
Yeah, so when you loan them your equipment, do people?
Yes.
Alrighty, facilities has a resolution to approve a revised lease agreement with Fresenius for space at the Levesey Center. So this is, I believe, the 7th amendment to this lease agreement, and will bring to a conclusion the lease that we have there with them for the end of February of 2027. If for some reason it would need to extend beyond that, the agreement does allow for rent to continue to be charged to that entity. John, do you have anything to add to that?
I'm happy that finding a place that's probably better for their customers in a more centralized location. It loves their.
Thank you. Any questions, Commissioner?
I just appreciate all the effort that I know you've put into in Ani to get them to and Amy to get them where we need them. So thank you.
Last one I'll highlight for you is the sheriff's office has a resolution to approve appropriations for additional grant funds received from the 2026 Recovery Ohio Grant for major crimes. Stacy, anything on budget?
I'll just note that we submitted our 10-year cash projection or plan to the Budget Commission yesterday.
All right, yeah, thank you. That's all, Commissioner.
All right, thank you. Move on to updates for elected officials. Mr. Sponson, how are you today?
Good morning. I'm sitting here thinking about what's been going on the last couple of weeks with the hard work of the real estate group in the auditor's office. We are hopefully sending our file to the printer this week. Our due date will not be July 16th. It will be moved back. The goal is to have it yet this month. I should say the month of July. Once we get it to the printer and make sure everything's aligned there, I'd like to obviously get the word out as to where they. Been a lot of hard work, a lot of folks, putting in extra effort, real estate group to go ahead and make sure this worked. We're not the only county in the same situation. We are thankful for some change to the property taxes, but the implementation of it, they had no idea how the sausage had to be made to make it work. So it's been a real challenge, and I appreciate everyone's effort. So,
Appreciate you being with us today, sir. Morning, Lisa.
Just a reminder that this Friday, is the release of all of the documents back to 1980, which will be, a great opportunity for folks to be able to search, do the research and, get those documents online. And we will have that, training from our vendor for anybody who's interested in learning how to do that research online, at 10 a.m. on Friday for free. So, if anybody out there still is interested or any of the offices have staff members who'd like to know, I can certainly make sure that they have that link to join in on Friday for that training.
Thank you for that. Morning, Brandon.
Good morning. No updates today.
That's okay. Jeremiah.
I was sitting here thinking about some of the construction projects we have going on. And it kind of dawned on me that, we've got, I think 5 or 6 township projects that got funded by OPWC this year, which is outstanding. And a lot of the reason for that is the cost sharing that the revenue sharing, what we're able to do through our levy, and also the last motor vehicle licensing increase that the commissioners granted. It made a big difference. It gives them the money for their local match, and we're seeing the results of it now. So thank you.
Good to see you. Thank you.
So, across the state, is that unique? Are you doing collaboration, that funding, with the townships?
Commissioner, I see it in a lot of different ways. And I don't know what the split would be on counties and townships that do that. I know there's some counties that do about everything for the townships. And I know there's some counties that don't do anything for the townships. And quite a few of us somewhere in between. But I don't see a real pattern or consistent rule or anything like that.
Regardless, I appreciate your willingness to do that because, as you propose that, it's really forward thinking.
But we're all fighting for the same residents.
Dr. Brown.
Morning, we have a new website for real estate assessment that'll be introduced soon. That website will have improved capabilities. We've been gathering stakeholder input to make sure that it is meeting the needs of everyone. We hadn't really intended to have the new website at the same time with all the other changes with the legislation, but it just so happened to work out that way. We have a new fact sheet relating to House Bill 186, which is the credit that everyone will receive on their second half tax bill. And we'll introduce that fact sheet at the same time that Jim sends out the tax bills themselves. So they'll all come at the same time. Looking ahead, Homestead will receive next year an additional $450 annually per person. So that's another bit of reform, another amount that is coming. Those are for those that are on the homestead participating in the current eligibility that is there now. With the financial audit, we're moving ahead wonderfully and we're beginning the federal portion. So those of you who have federal grants, look for some requests and some things to come, but that's the next step in the audit.
Thank you. Thank you for being with us. Commissioner Evil, how are you doing, sir?
Good, thank you. We're busy kind of ramping up for back to school vaccination season. And as always, we're encouraging parents to get on the schedule or get their children in earlier rather than waiting to the last minute when everybody else waits. So right now we've got our vaccine supply all on hand and are ready to really start seeing those kids. Yesterday met with John and looking at space in the Levacy Center for renovated clinic space. So that won't be ready this year, but by next year, We should have that converted over, and that'll really set us up for continued success in the future. So I appreciate the work with the county has been doing, try to make things easier for the public to access and just to make more sense so people aren't wandering the hallways trying to find where the right office is. So those are all things we're looking forward to, and then we're already booked up for the fall. For flu season, we've really expanded our off-site clinics, so we're going to nursing homes, nonprofits, employers, lots of places out in the community, and doing that outreach and bringing that service into them. So we're happy to be able to.
Appreciate you being here today. Thank you. Stephen, anything from the prosecutor's office? Facilities.
Just in time. I talked to Mr. Slater. He worked through some things there to see. It doesn't seem like the water backing up isn't a farm issue. It's backing up into a field. Just got off the phone with Manage, and they're gonna go out and take a look at it. And they're gonna contact him and try to work through this.
Thank you for jumping on that.
If it does need to be a petition ditch, we can go down that road, but I think you're only talking to property owners, Manage Site and this Montauk. So sure that it's the best. They were considering putting in an agreement that they would maintain that ditch, manage the data center. So there would be a mechanism that happens. So anyway, I
Thank you, Tony.
checked on that. So
I really appreciate you doing that. Mr. Levis, was just whispering to me something about maybe you had a good weekend.
I did. And that was my next thing I was going to say. I make everybody jealous, but Ann Levacy made some cookies. My son got married this weekend, and a Pittsburgh thing is a cookie table. It started in, actually, this guy's shaking his head. He's probably having a cookie table at his wedding too.
Yeah, my mom's already on it.
So back in the Depression, they didn't have enough money to buy cakes for a wedding. So friends and family would make cookies, and they would have a cookie table. And I was fortunate to have Ann Levacy's cookies at the cookie table, and they did not last long, Dave. So yes, my son got married this weekend.
And your son's a physician?
He's in his third year in medical school up in Northeastern Medical School. So on his way. The oldest one is a physician. He just started his job. I called it a big boy job.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Tony. Thank you for being with us today. What's going on at the Workforce Center?
So our summer camps are still going on. We have our builders camp. So a bunch of middle school students there. Those will continue throughout the rest of the summer. We've had great attendance, more kids this year than last. Pretty much every camp so far has been filled. So it's great. We have students from, I believe, 7 of the school districts. Just about every school district is participating in the program. And if you get a chance at the end of the week, we usually have an employer come out and do a presentation as well to the students and the parents for whatever that week's programming is on. We've had Magna come out, Ohio Health come out, talk about some of the jobs some of the kids could get into if they want to continue down that path. But it's good to get to some of these kids early and show them there's all kinds of jobs right here in Fairfield County. That's all we have going on. And Rick's in Italy, I think, somewhere.
He's texting me from Italy.
Like, must have good service up in the Alps.
Not about her stuff. It's like pictures of goofy stuff.
For Rick? All right, appreciate you being with us today. Jumbo, what's up?
Nothing too much. Just wrapping up the Liberty Center, so that shouldn't be a problem for folks out there. And then we'll be starting on a couple other projects around. Obviously, Center's another one that we're working on pretty extensively on in the back section.
I heard, this morning that, things are wrapping up nicely on, some of the hangars.
Yeah, we are fully occupied. Still have 22 or so on the waiting list, even though built 14. But it's going well. We wrapped that up and had some difficulty near the end. Fun. Pretty busy.
Mr. Levesey, so yeah, I checked out the Liberty Center, parking. Removing those islands, that was smart, but
Yeah, it helps when we're snow plowing. You get a little
knowing that, I think it improves the parking.
yeah.
Dramatically.
Extra parking. Well deserved out there. It wasn't touched, I think, since so.
So I just wanted to clarify, the picture that Rick sent me was of a screenshot. He's booking a row for a Europe trip. It looks like they stole my idea for a transit name. It's Logiano F-A-R-T. Fairfield Area Rapid Transit. I'm never letting that go.
Yeah, and they probably trademarked it and everything. Good morning, Heather.
Just a quick fill-in for Corey. Want to say kudos, thank you to Aaron. We had a staff training event all day at the Levis Center for JFS staff and worked out based on some feedback from our staff, some transportation arrangements with Aaron so that there's not a bad fight for parking spaces when staff return. And very grateful to him for that. And just want to say thank you since he was here and share that we'll have some JFS staff participating in the 4th of July parade. Out the parade, some stuff. It's both.
Thank you for being with us today, Heather. Stacy, do we have any money?
Just a little bit.
Yeah, okay. Anything else?
I don't have anything else.
All right, Mr. Porter.
Held a productive meeting last week with our partners at NFP, looking at the past year in our health insurance and benefits realm, and also identifying trends for the coming year. One of those focuses naturally was prescription drugs, and we're going to be having some opportunities for education for our staff regarding that particular issue in the upcoming weeks.
Appreciate you, sir.
I have a question for Ronnie.
Yes, sir.
Is it too early to talk about our NACO stuff?
Oh, we can. We were gonna have a little fanfare, but yeah.
Okay, I'll wait.
Okay.
Okay. Aaron, how's it going?
How are you?
Good.
I have a whole lot to report. Just wanted to say that some plan that they presented. First and foremost, that they mentioned. It's been great work. Shout out. We have been doing a lot of special events, just kind of shuttles or just getting people, not back and forth, but just trying to get our name out and several of those. So I got.
Commissioner Davis was asking how many buses still need wrapped. I said, we're down to just a few, I believe.
Yeah, so we've got the majority of them wrapped. There's a couple that we can wrap, and then we are kind of waiting on a couple more just because they're getting replaced. So I don't think it makes sense to wrap those and replace them with coming buses. So kind of at a pattern right now. And get wrapped. City. And then we are actually taking delivery of 2 buses tomorrow. Those rapid services.
Look forward to it. I raised that question with Donnie this morning just because I happened to run into 3 in a row yesterday that weren't wrapped. I'm like, what, are they unwrapping them now? And what's going on?
Well, actually, we're running those also just to try to get miles on them so we meet our disposition threshold so that we can't prevent it.
Maybe they were all the JFS staff.
Yeah. right, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Tiffany.
No update from me today, thank you.
All right, Vicky.
Yeah, from Soil and Water, just wanted to give a save the day. September 10th will be our annual meeting banquet at the Greenham Historical Society. We'll be able to go in person there for our board of supervisors election. We'll have a nice dinner by Falcon's Nest. We will have a presentation kind of following the 250-year celebration, the history of Ohio's wildlife. So save the day, come out and enjoy that with us.
All right, appreciate you being here. Regional planning.
Morning, no updates on our.
All right. Is there anyone else I may have missed that would like to contribute or make a comment? Or
Christina wants to give an update, doesn't she?
What's
I'm
going
good.
All right, I appreciate it. I'll turn to first Commissioner Fix for any old business.
Yeah, so later today, we have a meeting. We're setting up another tour of the townships and villages to talk about growth and talk about some issues that county engineer wants to discuss. So we're ramping that up for a summer and fall tour. Excited about that. You've heard me talk for a long time about the development agreements between townships and villages. And today I'll be meeting with Greenfield Township to get them through any questions they have before they pass their version of their agreement with Lancaster at their next meeting. So we are making progress with that. And finally, you've heard me talk about being on the Central Ohio Housing Coalition co-chair with Columbus Mayor Andy Ginther and Columbus Partnership CEO Jason Hall. Jason Hall resigned yesterday unexpectedly and is moving back to St. Louis. So they have an interim CEO who I believe very strongly in, and then they'll probably do another nationwide search to find the next CEO of the Columbus Partnership. In the meantime, our work on the Housing Coalition will continue. That's all I have for old business.
All right, thank you, sir. Commissioner Levesey under old business.
Yeah, so, thank you to Commissioner Fix for all your work on housing. I think it's pretty amazing, quite frankly.
Thank you.
But, so the only thing I'd like to reiterate is, about with Stephanie, with that presentation of Fairfield County Veterans Hall of Fame. And the reason I bring this up, because we're coming very close to celebration of our July 4th celebration of our 250th anniversary. And as a nation, and really the reason we are the nation we are is because of many of the veterans who sacrificed, gave it all to make this America, make this country what it is. My uncle was one. He was killed in Guadalcanal, and then my father-in-law was badly injured in a battle of the Bulge, lost a leg and 200 shrapnel wounds, spent 2 years in the hospital. So people like that here in Fairfield County, we have about 10,000 living veterans right now, and it's just pretty amazing when you look at some of the history and some of the things some of these folks went through. Like Mrs. Farmer from Baltimore, who was part of the Bataan Death March as a nurse and a female. I just can't imagine what they went through. But again, I just want to show my appreciation to those folks and what they've sacrificed for this country.
Thank you, sir. No business from me. New business from Commissioner Fix.
I just want to express my appreciation to Commissioner Levesey for all the work he's done on the veterans issues and getting that Hall of Fame up, and all the work you do just to keep reminding us of all the sacrifices and hard work that our veterans did to keep us safe. So thank you for that, sir.
All right. Under new business, Commissioner Levesey.
Get to do a video. It's not one of my favorite things to do. But again, I'll have a coach with me.
We're a good team.
Yeah. So, and we're going to talk about the American 250, obviously, because it is so close. I have a flag in my office from the bicentennial, and that seemed like it was not too long ago, 50 years ago. Hard to blame.
Thank you, sir. I just have a couple items under new business. I'll have a couple of administrative meetings later today. One of those meetings will be a continued effort to address the continuing issues with the price of electricity. Depending on how you look at it, that may have gone up, say, around 15% over the past year. That trajectory will continue for a bit. And we will continue to try to address that. As folks may recall, we spend a little over $3 million a year on electricity. That's a significant number, county operations. And I'll also have a meeting later today, administrative meeting, regarding the spatial needs and the future needs of the Hall of Justice. I'll be meeting with the judiciary and the clerk of courts to continue those discussions. Is there any other issue item that anybody'd like to bring the attention of the commission at this time? Well, please rise if you're able. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Michelle, do we have any announcements?
There are no announcements.
We're going to the approval of minutes for June 16, 2026.
So moved.
Second. Discussion. Please call the roll.
Commissioner Fix?
Yes.
Commissioner Levesey?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis?
Yes.
Minutes passed 3-0. From the Commissioners, Resolution 2026-6.23.a, a resolution to approve a memo of transaction for interest allocation reimbursements for Fairfield Department of Health, Fairfield County Parks, and Fairfield County Port Authority, Funds 7012, 7321, and 7308.
The Commissioners will move items A and B.
Second.
Discussion. Please call the roll.
Commissioner Fix?
Yes.
Commissioner Levesey?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis?
Yes.
Motion passes 3-0. From Fairfield County Emergency Management Agency, Resolution 2026-6.23.c, a resolution to request appropriations for receipts for EMA Fund 2092 State Disaster Relief Program.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Please call the roll.
Commissioner Fix?
Yes.
Commissioner Levesey?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis?
Yes.
Motion passes 3-0. From the Fairfield County Engineer, Resolution 2026-6.23.d, a resolution to approve an equipment lease agreement with the City of Lancaster.
Under Fairfield County Engineer, move items D and E.
Second.
Discussion.
Any questions?
Further discussion. Please call the roll.
Commissioner Fix?
Yes.
Commissioner Levesey?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis?
Yes.
Motion passes 3-0. From Fairfield County Facilities, Resolution 2026-6.23.f, resolution to approve the amendment of the lease agreement between the Fairfield County Board of Commissioners and Fresenius Medical Care Lancaster Nephrology Investments LLC DBA Fresenius Kidney Care Hocking Hills.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Can we ask Rochelle to say Fresenius?
Let's not.
Further discussion. Please call the roll.
Commissioner Fix?
Yes.
Commissioner Levesey?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis?
Yes.
Motion passes 3-0. From Fairfield County Family and Children First Council, Resolution 2026-6.23.g, a resolution to request appropriations for Fund 7521.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Please call the roll.
Commissioner Fix?
Yes.
Commissioner Levesey?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis?
Yes.
Motion passes 3-0. From Fairfield County Job and Family Services, Resolution 2026-6.23.h, a resolution for the purchase of service agreement between Job and Family Services, Child Protective Services Department, and the Recovery Center.
Fairfield County Job and Family Services will move items H and I.
Second.
Discussion. Please call the roll.
Commissioner Fix?
Yes.
Commissioner Levesey?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis?
Yes.
Motion passes 3-0. From Fairfield County Juvenile Probate Court, Resolution 2026-6.23.j, a resolution authorizing Amendment Number 2 to the FY26 grant agreement with the Ohio Department of Youth Services.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
Start a roll.
Commissioner Fix?
Yes.
Commissioner Levesey?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis?
Yes.
Motion passes 3-0. From South Central Major Crimes Unit, Resolution 2026-6.23.k, resolution to request appropriations for receipts for the 2026 Recovery Ohio Grant 7864.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
Please start a roll.
Commissioner Fix?
Yes.
Commissioner Levesey?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis?
Yes.
Motion passes 3-0. The next regular meeting is scheduled for June 30th at 9 a.m.
No but list.
Okay.
Questions? Yeah.
It's nice not to have any bills.
Yeah, and,
Not at the level that requires it.
before we conclude the meeting, I just want to say thank you to everybody that's here. Been to county commission meetings in other locations, what you would probably notice is that they have the commissioners, clerk, maybe a county administrator, and the four of them joke around a little bit, and pass a few resolutions, and that's their meeting. And ours are robust, content rich with elected officials and department heads contributing, and audience that's here every week. And I know we say it, but I can't tell you how much it moves me to have this kind of participation among all of our elected department heads and how we move forward. It is not like this in other counties, and I respect you all so much for your willingness to be with us on this journey. Thank you very much. Is there any other issue item that anybody would like to bring the attention to the commission at this time?
Motion to adjourn.
I got a motion to adjourn in a second. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries and the commission's adjourned. We hope you all have a good day. Thank you.
Struggle with it.
So what you get with me now?